and get my headphones on again.
What are you doing?
I don't know what's happened there. I've got a
Do you want
whole...
me to do it?
Yeah, they might be a little bit sweaty now. I did power walk up the hill. Hold on, there we go.
Oh, don't put your sweaty ears on it.
I'm just finding out the page that I've written notes. What notes?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, just don't look at the notes the whole time.
Now the only thing is my questions are on the phone. I texted you.
Oh, I've got them then.
So you're going to ask...
No, I'll give them to you. They're your questions. It's your work. And you get the blame if they're bad.
They're excellent questions. They're
there you go.
Excellent. Weird.
Right, I had a couple of things I was going to start off with.
Okay.
Right, first off, going back to the haitch debacle.
Oh my God.
All right.
Did I give you a Diet Coke?
Yeah.
Oh, where's my... There you go. Okay, that's mine. Yeah.
You've left your cap off yours. That's going to get spilt.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Give me the HH debate. Come on.
So, no, H. At least say one of them right.
H.
H versus H. Okay.
H.
H being, as we established, completely wrong.
Not sure
and
about
H
that.
being the name of the letter.
Okay.
But I've decided that I will allow you,
Oh my God.
right, to call it H. Which
Right.
even makes me feel a little bit sick when I say it. I will allow you to call it H if, and only if, because your argument is based on the fact in your head that you think the name of the letter should start with the sound of the letter, I will allow you to call it H forevermore, as long as you will forevermore refer to W as Wobblewoo. There it is. That's my offer.
But really...
do you want to accept that?
I will accept that 100%.
So forevermore, when you're spelling out something, you're going to say Wobblewoo.
Wobble. Absolutely, because my
Fine.
I think that. I mean, there's someone made a mistake somewhere.
No,
Didn't they?
you made a mistake somewhere. It's fine as long as you say Wobblewoo.
I'm all over the wobble.
All right.
I am. I've got something to say.
Yeah, I've got more.
Oh, go on then. Do you want to say more?
No, go on. You say.
Well,
something.
right. I had a situation with my husband.
Yeah.
Right, the other day.
Okay.
I'm coming up to a roundabout. We are going to a place called St John Street in Bury St Edmunds.
I know it.
You know it. My husband knows it, right? So I said to him, go straight to St John Street. The fool went straight over the roundabout and then proceeded to get cross with me because I said, what are you doing going straight over the roundabout? He said, you said go straight over the roundabout to St John Street.
Oh.
I said go straight to St John Street.
Yeah, and he thought
Go
you meant
straight over the roundabout.
Did this cause a massive argument?
It did.
Seems quite a slight problem.
Oh, I was livid.
Really?
Yes, because if he hadn't got irritated with me for being cross with him, I'd have been okay.
Okay.
Because I think it's a fact. I think if someone says go straight to St John Street.
Yeah. Well, what is podcasting for if not to air your own arguments with your husband, just to make sure you get the last word?
I mean, it's all sorted. Yeah. It's all sorted now.
Yeah.
He said I was right.
Genuinely, why else are we here?
No, I really like me on camera. These need to go somewhere.
I was also going to say that you are one of the warmest, friendliest, loveliest, fluffiest people I know when you're on stage, when you're comparing. Everyone wants to be your friend. You're so warm and lovely and fluffy, right?
I am generally.
But you need to work on your greetings and goodbyes. I don't know if it's just with me, right? But whenever we see each other, right, I will make a big deal. Yeah. In fact, last week when you came in, I actually sang. Said, Kowalski, she's a hell of a gal.
Yeah.
And all you ever do is you go, that's it.
I just saw a lad.
When we say goodbye, I'll try and give you a hug or something. You'll try and shrug me off.
Right.
And then sometimes you won't even say anything. You'll just walk off. So where's Kirsty's gone? She's
what
gone.
more do you need than an all
Is
right?
it just me or is it everyone you do that to?
I think I think it's probably just you. I think
It makes me wonder whether the rest of your warmth and kindness and general cuddliness is fake.
probably.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're actually quite hate-filled.
No, I'm not. No. I think that an all right is if you're thinking some cultures, they'll say namaste, which is I see the light in you. I say all right. All right.
Yeah.
You
don't do all right with it. You just go, all right.
I just saw a fellow I went to school with. I said all right to him as well.
Yeah, but that's not me. It's not your best mate, is it?
It's all right. Hello. I was going to ask you this. Do you think it's weird that we speak every day?
Me and you?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think you do. That was made clear yesterday in the pub when you told people I was stalking you. I wasn't even going to bring this up, but you brought this up. You told a whole table full of people that I was stalking you because I'd messaged you, quote, at night time, which clearly makes me sound like a nutter. And then you said it was 8:30 p.m.
Which is night time.
That's not night time.
It is night time.
It might be bedtime. It's evening time.
Yeah, but you don't
So last night I did send you a message at 3 a.m.
Yes, you did.
just to prove that is night time and that is not normal.
But actually, I do think it's called because you don't go to bed. I'm going to bed in the evening. You say I'm going to bed at night time, and I sometimes go to bed at 8:30.
Yeah, but I'm only texting you if we're having a conversation. It's not a one-way thing, is it?
Yeah, but it's still night time.
Yeah, also, you then showed everyone a selfie I'd taken of me as if I'd been sending you photos of myself at night time.
Well, you had.
And it was a photo of a T-shirt that you bought me with Don't Love Barnet, which was lovely.
Yeah.
Right? And I'd purposely done a really stupidly flirty pose, right? But the evidence to other people there, oh my God, Beck's texting this woman in the middle of the night with sexy poses of herself.
Yeah, but we made up for it by singing Happy Birthday to You in a pub.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
You know, that was a joyful moment.
I think this is going to be quite a fractious one.
No.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But with Rebecca Elliott and Kirsty Hudson, the most meaningless small talk about life's most meaningful questions.
I am pumped. I am so excited for this conversation.
You've wanted to do this one for a long time.
I've wanted to do it. You have not.
Welcome to Don't Laugh But. This week we're talking about beliefs, which I didn't want to do.
Oh, hold on. You've got to put your password in.
What?
No,
Oh,
you're
you've
fine.
lost your questions.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome to Don't Laugh But. We're talking about beliefs today.
Yes, we are.
We are. We are doing.
Apparently, which I didn't want to do because beliefs are very polarizing and I didn't want everyone to hate us.
Oh, you just so wanted to say the word polarizing. You know that's
It's
my
your
word.
Yeah.
That's my word.
Sorry, I stole it.
Love it.
All right, don't fat finger the phone. Just hold it
I
gently.
will not finger your
right?
phone.
Just lightly caress it at best.
Okie dokie.
I've got a few questions, but you know, this is your baby. Do you want to...
Well, I'm
When you
excited.
say beliefs, is it more sort of convictions and values?
I think that, this is the thing. This is what we can discuss today. What are our beliefs? How did you know what to believe? I mean, like, it's...
You're using your hands more because we're being videoed. I love that. Because you always talk like this normally.
It's because I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Excitement and madness.
I mean, we talked about clothes last week, but this is like beliefs. This is like massive. This is
I like talking
huge.
about twatty stuff that doesn't mean anything. Beliefs are like,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
there's
you're going to get properly judged on
Oh
this.
my goodness.
I quite happily say don't wear a puffer jacket because that doesn't offend anyone.
Oh, only the people, thousands of people that wear puffer jackets.
It's a puffer jacket. What do I care?
So,
That's
beliefs.
fine.
So, your mate had a good thing about what did we believe? What do we
My
believe?
mate, no, one of our fans,
Oh,
Teresa,
our
one of
fans.
our biggest fans.
I love her.
Right? The only fan who's given us a handwritten letter.
Handwritten letter.
She had an extremely good question.
She did. And her name is Teresa. And I can only now think of it because you said it's like Teresa Smile.
Teresa
so
Smile.
I think of
Yeah,
her.
exactly.
I smile. It's a beautiful thing.
That's
so,
lovely. She's
But
gonna
she
like
said
that.
about like what were beliefs when you had when
She
you.
said, yeah. What
okay.
did
You
you
do want to do that.
What did,
Go.
fractious.
Yes.
What did you believe in as a child that you now believe is complete nonsense?
That's
a good question.
It's a great question. It got me thinking.
Yeah.
Like I used to believe that if you ate apple seeds, you'd grow a tree.
That's
think
quite
that
a common one.
that
That's
is-
weird, isn't it?
I read that about watermelons as well today when I was looking stuff.
Okay.
Like people believed that they'd grow watermelon.
What
but
letter does watermelon start with?
A wobble.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Just establish that.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking about that question, and there's a few things I used to believe. But one of the weirdest things, which I'd sort of forgotten until today, this probably makes me sound like a nutter. I was quite young. But in my memory, for quite a long time, when I was little, I used to believe, and this is way before the Truman Show came out, I used to believe that I was basically the star of a show.
Oh, yeah.
And that whenever I watched TV, everyone watched the same programme, just like the Truman Show. And I didn't know, so I wasn't supposed to know. And I also believed whenever I farted, a like speech bubble came out my arse. So everyone knew.
What did it say? Did it just
I
anything?
think it just said fart. So everyone, I was basically shaming myself.
Yeah.
But I was the star of the show.
Oh, no, now that
Quite
is something...
narcissistic.
Well, it's something I still believe now. But, do you know? That, yeah, it's all about me.
Okay.
It's something that when I'd watch television, definitely, that I think that it was about me, you know, and like,
Yeah.
and when the first time you hear the voices in your head, like I was all like,
The first time you hear the voice in your head, yeah,
you know,
we've all had those.
you know, your consciousness, like you know, like you do. Now you have
The voices. Do they tell you to kill?
you know,
Kill them all.
yes,
Those ones. Yeah.
Those, but you know, when you hear the voice that sort of says, you know, your own thoughts, basically. I was like, oh, who's that?
That's not.
I remember
That's
that.
not hearing a voice. That's just you thinking.
But you hear it.
You'd never be suddenly conscious of that.
Oh, I remember very clearly being suddenly conscious. Like in my bed, like.
But that suggests there's a you that's listening to the other you. Like you've got a split
There
personality.
is. No, there's the you and the watcher. Like, how do you know what you dream?
Yeah. I know what you're saying. Don't do that. Look.
So I used to also believe that bubblegum, 7 years. I mean, I think it was like... I think
7 years to put it out.
To get rid of it. I think it just stayed in. I
Isn't
don't
that
know.
the same as carrots?
No, carrots makes it in the dark. That's...
No, but also, it takes 7 years to... They say, it's always 7 years, isn't it?
Yeah.
To process a carrot. That's why it always comes out when you...
No, I have
what I
never
heard.
heard the whole
That's why
carrot.
it's not true,
Oh,
but
my
that's what I
God.
heard.
I always believed that if you swung high enough on a swing, you'd go upside down.
Oh, like all the way around.
Yeah.
Can you actually do that?
I don't know. Has that ever been done?
We should go and try it at the park afterwards.
Yeah, let's do it. I believed that teachers lived at school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I tell you that I've had like weird, like, oh, they're out, you know?
What age were you when you discovered that was...
At 19.
Right. Well, you believed in unicorns till you were about 22.
I'm
so-
still not sure, right?
I believed haggis was an actual animal, so I can't
Yes,
really...
you did.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure that unicorns didn't ever really exist.
I used to think that the term Irish troubles was a euphemism for periods. You got your Irish troubles. Yeah, I used to wonder what the news was going on about.
Oh my goodness, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are the things that I believed and you believed
Yeah.
when we were young. I think that's quite...
Oh, and when it thundered, that was
Oh.
God farting. And the lightning was him trying to light it.
Oh, not God was rain. God wasn't crying in?
No.
Crying in?
No, he was like, it's
Crying
farts.
in.
He was like, it's fine, he was happy.
No, but so he was trying to say he farted.
So the thunder was the fart.
Oh.
The lightning was him trying to light his
Oh,
fart.
I like that. What about rain? Did you not think that was God's
I
tears?
don't think, no. I think I thought it was God weeing. It was all bottom humour for me.
It's gone off again.
Yeah.
That was big. So should belief, this is such a clever question. Should beliefs be based on direct experience? I'm really sweating.
Lovely.
Look, it's actually just dripped off me.
Open the door.
It's fine. No, because then the chickens will make a noise.
I'll open the window.
It's fine. Let's do the
I don't want you sweating over my chair.
Should believe. I'm not a sweaty person generally.
Voice went really weird.
Should,
I'm not a sweaty person generally. You went a bit Ian McKellen. I'm not a sweaty person. That wasn't
I'm not
bad.
that
That wasn't a
sweaty.
bad accent.
Sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Should belief be based on direct experience or reasoned argument?
It's a good question. I mean, it's not going to result in any hilarious conversation, though, is it?
No, but should it be? Can we just believe?
Ask it again so I can process it.
I sent you these.
Yeah, but I didn't look at I was drawing else.
Should belief be based on direct experience or reasoned argument?
I think I like to think that my beliefs are based on both those things together, or one or the other.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. You'd like to think that your set of beliefs can be argued with a reasoned argument. That's not to say that someone wouldn't come back with a counter-reasonable argument, and I would have it challenged, but I would still like to think that I could argue for my beliefs. I mean, that's crazy just to believe in something that you literally have no argument for. You're just going to laugh at me the whole time. Don't ask a serious question and then laugh at a serious answer.
No, I think that's true. Yeah. Okay. You can, yeah.
But equally, empirical evidence, yeah, obviously that's going to
So what evidence? What was that?
Don't ask a clever question and not have the vocab for the answer.
But what did you
Empirical evidence is stuff you can see, feel, and experience.
Yeah.
Empirical evidence is evidence you've experienced.
See, I believe in things that I cannot have a reasonable argument for, and I have not had personal experience of.
Give me an example.
Although I think I probably have had personal experience of this.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is something you've poo-pooed before, so...
I do like to poo-poo things.
You probably will poo-poo it again.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in aliens, right?
Yeah.
And
a lot of people do.
When I was young, right, I remember sitting on the bed with my cousin and bright lights just came to my window. I was living on council.
Oh, wait. There is a difference here between I believe that aliens could exist, which is fair enough, and saying I've seen them.
I didn't see them. I saw the lights of the spacecraft.
Is it possible it was a car driving past?
It's always possible.
It's always possible.
It's always
you
possible.
think the most likely explanation has to be aliens?
Yes. I think that probably that they came, they saw, they went away.
They went away.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think when they saw me enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think there is. I think
it's possible they exist somewhere because the universe is so massive. I think it's unlikely, but it's possible. But I don't think there's any way that they've come here already.
But I believe that there's something like they believe there's something like 8 trillion galaxies that we can in the known universe.
You're pretending that you know that when you just looked at your notes. There's something like, what is it, about 8 trillion, I think, as I
actually haven't got it down.
Recall.
So I'm hoping that is the right number.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
anyway,
it's fine.
So it's around that. There's a lot that. Yeah. And I just think, there must be.
Yeah, you're not on your own. You know, obviously big thinkers like Stephen Hawking and Brian Cox and stuff have sort of said that it's quite likely. However, the most recent thinking, and there was a big study done in Oxford, is that in actual fact that the scenario that's happened on Earth to create life is so freakishly unlikely, basically, that all the bits have happened so that we could evolve into thinking beings has been so freakishly unlikely. I can't think of it. I just said that twice. I can't think of better words. But it's very unlikely that it's happened elsewhere.
It's by perfect design, and that's why.
But that's when belief in God comes in.
Exactly.
And
that's a really fascinating thing for me, which we will be talking about in a minute.
Okay.
What would you say to an alien? What would you want to ask them if you met one?
I would ask them
presuming, of course, they speak English.
Well, I was going to say, yeah, the likelihood A, that aliens exist, and B, that they speak some sort of language that we could recognise as a language,
and see that you then want to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they want to speak to me.
Yeah,
it seems fairly infinitesimal. That was a better word. That's what I used earlier. Anyway,
infinitesimal.
Can I please open a window, because you're just a big ball of sweat. It's quite unattractive.
I am sweating. Go on. Open a window.
I would ask them, what is the obsession with anal probing? Why do you keep doing that?
That is strange, isn't it? The when they do get.
Also, I'd ask them, can I come on your spaceship and press some buttons?
Would you want to?
Yeah, I'd want to do that.
Would you have a serious question for them? Would you want to know?
For you mean for now?
Yeah.
I mean, all those normal questions, like, do you have a society? Do you, how do you reproduce? Like, all those normal.
What's your favourite food?
That's quite boring, isn't it?
Do you like potatoes?
Do you like potatoes?
Yes.
Also, I would say, please don't ask me to take you to our leaders, because they are just an embarrassing... imagine if, Trump and probably Johnson are our representatives.
Hello, welcome.
You know, and I have to say, please don't judge us based on those absolute morons.
Yeah. Yeah,
who've fallen into power.
That would be
make that quite plain.
Yeah, and that talking about.
I would hope it would be like the film E.T.
Talking about our leaders, that, you have to believe what they say to vote for them. You know, you have to have
not everything, but yeah,
a belief in them.
Yeah,
and it's so interesting that somebody as polarized as Trump, that people believe in someone like him. I mean, I find that absolutely fascinating. I am so desperate to have a conversation with a woman who has voted for Trump, just to get their just have a understanding of their belief.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not being down on Trump voters. Everyone has the right to vote for who they want to believe in.
They do.
It just fascinates me.
I just can feel that in this podcast you're going to bait me to say stuff, and I don't want to.
I'm baiting you to say anything. I
don't want to alienate listeners.
We're not alienating. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I'm not down on anybody.
I'm with you. It is quite bewildering. I'm completely outshot, aren't I? It is quite bewildering that it's a gun at the camera.
Yes.
It is bewildering to me that anyone would vote for Trump or Boris Johnson, and yet they do. And I think it's way too easy to kind of think, oh, it's stupid people, or it's people who've just got the world wrong.
And they're wrong and I'm right.
Clearly it's not. And I think part of the whole belief thing is you have these beliefs, and I think as you grow older, it's great to be opinionated. But you have to listen to the other side as well, obviously. Otherwise, if your opinions don't get challenged, then they're not going to be stronger.
No.
The only thing that strengthens your opinion is to have them challenged, but equally to listen to other people and see what they have to say.
Absolutely, and I think that like the extreme right, the extreme left, there's no rights and wrongs. I think it's all the magic and the middle stuff.
There's all the stuff that we do share. The love for our families and the want of peace, and most people want the same kind of stuff. They're just coming at it from a whole different angle.
Absolutely.
And that's all. We have our beliefs depending on what parental unit we're born into, what society we're born into, what's our upbringing, and also we all surround ourselves with people who kind of I was making a point there. You got me off on a roll. We surround ourselves with people who kind of believe the same thing.
We do.
Which is great because we don't really want our opinions to be like constantly challenged, because that would be annoying. But equally, sometimes you've got to step outside of that and be challenged.
But I do have friends that do challenge my beliefs quite often. And I quite enjoy that. I like to have a debate. I like to have a discussion. Yeah. Like, I'm not afraid of a conflicty kind of heavy political debate, because I just don't think any of us are right or wrong. And I think it is all of the stuff you just talked about, and all the where you live and all that stuff, and what news you listen to and all of those things. But basically, I think that people want to just be loved and love well. I'm sure we said that before.
Yeah, no, that's true. I've opened a window for you.
That's better. Thank you.
Good.
So, do you, Rebecca Elliott, believe in any alternative treatments?
Like homeopathic.
Anything.
Nonsense.
Anything homeopathic? Do you believe in?
Alternative medicine.
Yes.
Alternative to medicine.
Well, okay. Do you believe in any of it?
Here's the thing. At the same time as I want to give credence to everyone's beliefs, because I do think that every belief has value, and particularly when it comes to religion and stuff. I think beliefs become really dangerous when you just think, I'm right, you're wrong, and nothing you can say can challenge me. And I'm not going to put any reasoned thought into my beliefs. I just believe that. So I think you should always have a respect for other people's beliefs. What worries me about a lot of homeopathic medicine is that it can be dangerous if you do go down that road. Like if I've got a family member who's got cancer, I don't want them to be treating that with like rebalancing their chakras.
Well, no. I hear you.
And holding some crystals over their noggin. I think that's dangerous, and that's what worries me.
I just don't think it can be poo-pooed. I just don't know why. I've said poo-pooed quite a few times now.
Go on then, argue.
I think
challenge me, woman.
I think that what these things can. Well, for a start, things like acupuncture has been around a lot longer.
Yeah, I think of all of them, I think acupuncture's got something to it.
And I think you can also, of course, have loads of anecdotal stories. Well, they healed that and they healed that, but I don't think there's any harm.
Yeah, but you could use anecdotal stories to prove the existence of pixies.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You're arguing for the existence of pixies?
Yes, that's what I'm doing. But I feel that the alternative therapies can provide like a lot of support to people. And if you are having like cancer treatment or something like that, if you have something else, like massages and aromatherapy.
Massages is different. That's not like homeopathic treatment. That's just
I think there's something
relaxation technique.
There's all kinds of massages that are seen
not
as
against massages.
But there are kind of deep, sort of massages that are more therapeutic. Is the word, like an aromatherapy massage, for example.
Right.
Smells.
Smells.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I
believe that would be nice, and that might have a placebo effect, and it might make you feel better, and there is nothing wrong with any of that. But I don't think it's going to heal you.
But a placebo effect, I do think there's a lot of argument to suggest the mind over the matter.
Yeah.
So if you are believing something works, then it works potentially.
Yeah, if you've just got a slightly achy back, that's fine. If you've actually got cancer, go and see the doctor.
But I don't think I just think as well there's a very you can still have those things work hand in hand together.
Yeah, no, I do agree.
My husband has quite intense migraines.
Yeah.
And he was chatting to a consultant about it because he has to have had to have his brain scan done. And he's taking the consultant were like, yeah, these herbs are working that he's taking. Okay. They're just like, he just takes vitamin B and these other things he takes. And he said they don't know why it works, but it works.
Yeah,
Do you know? And I just think at times we just can be dismissive. I can't see why they can't work together.
No, I'm with you. I am with you.
Your phone's gone off again, so see if we can just...
Oh, do you just write them down?
Well, I texted them to you instead, because I had them in my head, because my head works in such amazing ways.
Your head works in amazing ways.
Do you think you have to have a self-belief to have a conviction of your beliefs? I know.
You're just going to ask questions and be impressed by them. Do you have to have a self-belief to have...
conviction in your beliefs?
To believe your beliefs.
Yeah, to believe your beliefs. You know, I'll tell you why I asked you that, right? Because I'm going to say it right here, right now. I believe there's a God.
You're doing some Trumpisms of your hand there.
I'm going to say it right here, right now.
Uh-huh.
He's got tiny hands like me.
He has. Your hands are tiny.
They are. So I do absolutely...
Your nose is longer than your forefinger.
It's not.
Pretty neat.
Anywho.
It's about the same.
Fact fans, that's what happens there.
Yeah.
Look at that. I've got a really nice button nose, though. Haven't I?
Yeah.
Anyway, so I believe in God, right? I absolutely fundamentally do. Yes. I really believe it. I've got no argument to reason that. I can't reason that necessarily in an argument. Maybe I can. Yeah. We'll come back to that. Okay. I have no proof of it. I have no in my life.
Well, that's faith, isn't it?
Okay. But then I'll listen to Darren Brown and I'll be like, maybe I'm wrong. Because I do absolutely believe it. But when I see someone who I deem as more intelligent than me, like Stephen Fry, I'll go, oh, okay, they've got a kind of point. I disagree with them. Yeah. But it does make me question my beliefs at times.
I think that, because I'm a huge fan of Stephen Fry. But I just think Stephen Fry, when he starts talking about religion, and you Richard Dawkins and what have you, and big comedian, Irish guy,
Dara O'Brien.
Yeah. I like all those people. I don't like Richard Dawkins, but it worries. I think it's just as dangerous to be absolutely cemented in your convictions of denial as it is to be absolutely cemented in your convictions that God does exist. Yeah. I just think that you need to be a little bit more fluid, a little bit more respectful, that actually people who believe in God are not stupid. And a lot of people that I know, my mum, is a vicar. She is one of the most intelligent people I know, is a scholar, has studied theology and all of this stuff. And that is not the belief of a stupid person. And I just think it's massively insulting when it's compared to believing in Santa Claus or something, who obviously exists.
Of course.
But to compare the two is just to write away thousands of years of scholars' work, of deep thinking, and the fact is you don't know. And also it's way easier to be sceptical and to say no. It's so much easier. It is, and believing in God is never going to be cool. It's never going to be easy. It is, but atheism... It takes a bravery to believe. It is. It does. And that in itself should be respected, if nothing else.
And I think you're right. But I think that atheism, for me, raises more questions. That's why... I just can't believe... the world is so perfect by design for us to live on.
Yeah. That's the teleological argument for the existence of God.
I just can't understand how that could have been created in such a way in the mass of the universe and the vastness of this space. And I just feel but for me, most of my stuff that I believe goes on a feeling. Yeah. Did you want to say something?
No, carry on.
You did.
No, I was fired up, but I was trying to shut myself up.
Yeah. So there we go. I just feel...
No, I think you touched on the teleological argument. I got quite excited because that was always my favourite when I studied philosophy.
Go do it.
You've got various arguments for the existence of God, and most of them fall flat on their arse because you can't argue through fact really for the existence of God, because that's the whole point of God. There has to be a belief there, otherwise there's kind of no point. Anyway, we won't go from there. So you got the ontological argument and the cosmological argument, which I won't go into because you're glazing over, or is that the sweat?
It's been a bit of both. Yeah, go on.
The teleological argument is that it's the argument from design,
right?
And it's basically saying, look around, and this is where I don't see that science and religion are at loggerheads.
I don't think they are at all.
They lead into each other.
Absolutely.
The more that you look into science, and there are loads of scientists who are Christians.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Again, to kind of dismiss Christianity as kind of the faith of the stupid is just without any basis in.
And it's incredibly patronising.
Sir Isaac Newton himself had
Apple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
an apple.
he had a model, an incredibly intricate, beautiful model of the solar system, all kind of with working bits, and the sun was going around and all this. And he had it on his desk. And one of his, a guy he worked with, came in and said, "Wow, that's stunning. Who made that?" And he said, "Well, no one." And the guy went, "What?" And so Isaac Newton was making the point that, and yet you look at the universe, which is like way more, that this is a model of, way more impressive and intricate, and yet you don't presume that there was a maker for that. And yeah, I think it's a good argument.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not proof. It's not going to convince people. But I think if you have a faith already, it's nice to hear stuff like that kind of backs you up.
But I don't think you need to convince anyone. I think that's the beauty of it.
No, I agree.
I'm
not offended by people who have different views.
No, and I think that the belief in atheism can be a belief in human nature and a belief in love and a belief in the goodness of people and all of those things. And I think that is kind of enough. And I think that if we were all meant to believe in a higher power, then we would all believe in a higher power. It would be simple as that. Because if a higher power by nature would have the ability to be able to...
No, but that's the whole point of free will.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So that's why we're not meant to believe it all. We're all not meant to. It's about a choice to either turn to that or not turn to that, and whatever that is.
Yeah, and equally, some people, when you ask for why do you believe in the existence of God, I think some people truly believe it really firmly. I kind of feel the presence of God in certain periods in their lives, and other people just don't. So you can't sort of blame either one of these people. You can't blame the person who truly feels that and so has a massive faith for having that, because that's no less authentic than the person who's never felt that and so doesn't and finds it very hard to have that faith. Because equally it's not their fault. I struggle all the time. And equally I think it's important to question your own faith.
Yeah, it is.
Anyone who's absolutely adamant that they have all the answers worries me.
Yeah, and
how can you?
I know. I'm trying to think of the man who talks about the whole alien thing with... he was a sports presenter. What's his name? And then he went on and said, "I'm Jesus" or "I'm God" on Terry Wogan.
Are you talking about Ike?
Yeah, David Icke.
Yeah, he's a nutter.
Yeah, but there's a little bits of me that believe a little bits of what he says in that. When he says, "I'm God," like the God is you, that we are essentially spiritual beings having a human experience. And
he also says the Queen is a lizard.
He does say the Queen is a lizard. So there's a lot of people that say that.
Yeah, I think if someone says one thing that makes sense...
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they make sense.
No, I don't. I'm not saying I agree with David Icke. I'm just saying...
You just said you agree with David Icke. So it's out there, and I'm going to edit out everything else and just have you saying that.
I agree with David Icke.
And I'm going to do a picture of you in a lizard costume.
Yeah.
For Instagram.
Me and the Queen. And Oprah, I believe he believes as well as well.
Oh, yeah, the whole world order.
Yeah,
thing.
New World Order thing.
Yeah.
You're listening to Don't Laugh But with Kirsty Hudson and Rebecca Elliott, the random twatterings of two idiots laughing at life.
Yeah, so did you know that AI researchers, I heard this on the Ranganathan the other night, AI researchers, because I went to a party on Sunday, right? And during that party, lots of conversations were had. One of those conversations was...
It's been quite weird.
Yeah, one of those conversations was that the Alexas of our lives, the Amazon Primes, are recording conversations.
Yeah.
All of the time, right? And I really wouldn't know, because, in my head, how possibly could they all be listened to? You'd have to have thousands of...
Also, who the hell wants to listen to, me just, have a go at the kids for not eating their beans and stuff?
Yeah, exactly. But then I watched the Ranganathan thing, and they had an AI expert on there.
Okay.
And he said that actually they probably are recording, that people who research artificial intelligence will not have one in their homes. Because, and they've also been used by police in certain cases from homicide investigations.
Okay.
When they're not... Yeah, this is what this guy said on the TV the other night, and he is an AI expert. So it did make me go, I am not a conspiracy theorist, because I just don't have the time to think about that kind of stuff.
You are in love with David Icke.
I'm a little bit in love with David Icke. Not in love with David Icke. I feel that I just found that quite interesting.
That is quite freaky. But I don't know, with stuff like that, I just kind of think, I don't care if they're listening in on my conversations. I'm not doing anything dodgy. I'm not saying anything remotely interesting.
No.
And I love having Alexa in my life.
I know.
So I just stuff like that, conspiracy theories, I just think I don't care.
But algorithms, like, but should we care in this? Should it be something we need to start thinking about?
Yeah, probably.
If you think about how not even about that, but if you think about how algorithms and things like work on social media, like they are literally profiling these people, and then that's giving information to, like, look at, there was an argument to suggest that's how Brexit happened. There's an argument to suggest that's how Trump got in. So I just think, these things that these beliefs that I've gone, that's ridiculous, that is someone being really crazy. Are they something to make us go, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily become fearful or start believing this wholeheartedly. I just think, is it something that is worth us having a conversation about and going, like, why are we having all these recording devices in our homes? And what does that mean? And, I do wonder, like, it makes you think about who really is running the plan. There is an argument to say there's, like, I don't know, 7 families or something in the world that really run the country, that they're the ones that are paying the governments and that.
Yeah, but that's where you lose me. Because I just don't think that's true.
I don't either think it's true. I'm just saying, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation about it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And you've changed my belief there. I've always said about Alexa, I don't care. But that is a really good point. You've made me think. Thank you.
That's all right. Don't be scared of it. Let's just talk about it.
But I don't think the world is run by a world order of a few families. And I just think that's... Conspiracy theories can feed into paranoia.
Yes.
And I just think that's no way to live. And actually...
it isn't. No, because I'm
generally an optimist.
There is no one truth.
I'm a sceptical optimist.
Absolutely. And there is no one truth. And I think that to say that this is definitively the truth, then that would make me wobbly. Like flat earthers, I find that absolutely fascinating because I still haven't got to the bottom of why a flat earther believes that we would be told the earth is flat. What benefit?
Why we've been told that it's round?
Yeah, sorry. Why we've been told that it's round? Yeah. What benefit would it be? I
don't understand that. Why would they trick us?
But you know what? I love their passion. Like, I love it. I love it. They don't care that they're ridiculed. No, they don't care. No. They don't care. They just go on and go, yeah, it's flat. Like, the people have seen that it isn't flat. Yeah. And a lot of people believe being on the moon either, don't they? And that's... Like,
that's crazy.
Why?
Oh, I know.
Fascinates me.
It's just people putting a lot of effort into wonderments that really... Don't worry about it.
I know.
Get on with living life and loving and changing the world for the better. Put all that effort into something positive.
Yes.
So yes, question everything. Mm-hmm. But there's such a lot of effort and anger. People get so angry.
Yeah, they want to be right.
That's why I worried about doing a thing about beliefs, because people get so very, very angry if you don't see things exactly how they see things. Yeah. And that's dangerous.
And that's our desire to be right, isn't it? Rather than to... Like, it's more like, I think someone said about when you get married, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Because it's like, when you have an argument with your spouse or your partner or whatever, and you...
I'm always right.
Yeah, like, for me, being right is quite important.
I don't see right and happy
but really, like...
mutually exclusive.
No, there is no need for anyone to... There's no one truth in anything.
No.
Can I ask you a question? One more question.
Take a breath.
Well, this is like, that's why I love beliefs. It so fascinates me. Like, right, the Earth is again. The Earth is something like 5.4 billion years old, right?
Something like that. Off the top of your head, yeah.
Got notes. Right, but we've only been here for around 200 million years.
Yeah.
How do we know that?
Because of fossils and carbon dating.
How do we know that?
Oh, you're asking me scientific question. Because of fossils and carbon dating and scientific fact.
That fascinates me. Like, how can we say that this is this old when we weren't here? I mean, come on now.
But as I say, how do we know anything about history? Because none of us were around.
Yeah, but nobody's got books, you've got notes, you've got...
Yeah, but the world has a record of stuff. And they can go into rocks and fossils and... Oh, we really are just living up to our two morons talking about crap.
I know, but that blows my mind. It literally blows it really blows my mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think I've just answered it for you quite succinctly.
I'm still blown.
Yeah, still. Yeah. Okay, fine.
I have been blown. Oh. Sorry, go on. Yes.
Do you want me to open another window and hang you out of it?
I'm still hot.
Do you believe in fate?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Weird.
Are you going to add anything to that?
Yeah, I do.
And if you do believe in fate, is that a problem to your belief in free will?
No.
If things are set and things are going to happen, is there not a strand of determinism there, which means that because you have the problem with God there, if he's all knowing, if he knows if he designed you and you're going to go and do this.
Well, for a start, I don't believe God's a he.
Do you not? No, neither do I. But splitting hairs, darling.
All right.
Do you not? I just called you darling. Do you not?
That's right, sweetie.
Go on, pickle. Is that not a problem to free will?
No. Because I think you have defined, probably before you came here, you've defined your path a bit. Like you've kind of gone, this is the life lessons I'm going to need.
Before you came here?
Yeah, before you came to the planet.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
A little bit. I do, yeah.
I don't believe that. I didn't even believe that when I was a slug. That was a little joke.
Well done. Do I? Yeah, I do a little bit. I think that we're...
No, you got to explain that because you just said some mental stuff.
I feel that like we're all we are here to experience this life for certain reasons. I'm not sure what those reasons are, but I think it is the expansiveness of one's soul, potentially, maybe. And I think that...
What does that mean?
Well, because it's
you didn't want me to ask that, did you?
Yes, I have answers for that question.
Go on.
In that, so you come here and you have certain life lessons to grow, to change, to be. And I think that, maybe the Dalai Lama, who is always happy, maybe he's met all his life lessons in different guises. I am fearful that we probably come here a few times, but how did Beethoven know to play the piano so incredibly well at such a young age?
Do you mean Mozart?
Mozart.
But yeah, I get your point.
Beethoven did it quite young, did he too?
Yeah. But I still think you mean Mozart.
Okay, so how? Because he was like 9 or something crazy young.
Younger than that, yeah.
How there are artists who can just draw amazing, and I just wonder if that is a thing from another life. You hear these stories all the time about children going, "Yeah, I died there. Yeah, that happened." Okay. I've told you about the story about my son, about my dad, and that, and those things, and I just feel that there's lots of things.
I don't believe in past lives, but I do see what you're saying. I do think there is something more that we don't get.
Yes, and maybe,
and I think that's okay to say that. But I think a lot of people aren't comfortable saying that or feel stupid saying that, and I don't think that's stupidity.
No, it's
not saying I believe in pixies. It's just saying I believe there are questions that we don't have the answers to.
Absolutely, and I don't profess to. I just feel that we have. I just think there's way more to these questions, and I wouldn't be surprised if I've been here before on this planet. That wouldn't surprise me necessarily.
It would surprise me. Yeah,
I'm an old soul. Yeah. You know how children you sometimes go they've an old soul, they've been here before.
Yeah, that's just nonsense.
No.
Yeah, that's just rubbish.
Some children you talk to and they're wise beyond their years.
Just clever kids.
I don't know. I think there's more to... What about when children say, "That's where I died," or "I fell off the river there"?
It's just kids are nutters. I've long
hard
said
to fall
that.
off a river, wouldn't it?
I've long said that.
What, kids are nutters?
Kids are crazy.
Don't think you can say the word crazy anymore.
All right. Kids are... got mental illness. Is that better?
Come on. What other questions you got for me? Give me some more.
Do you believe in astrology, zodiac?
Yes. Not... What? Hold on. Not in like let's read your stars today out of the sun.
You believe the world is cut into 12 different kinds of people?
That's exactly what I just said. I don't believe that. What I believe in, that the time and date of when you were born and what the stars were doing there has some kind of effect on the planet, yes.
Why?
I just think it does. I think the universe is...
No, you can't just say that. You have to have some sort of reasonable argument.
Don't tell me I do. Because I don't think I don't. I don't think I do have to have that.
Okay, for the purposes of the podcast and a conversation.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what I think. I think that because the universe is so vast and so huge, and when, for example, the moon in the sky, the moon in the sky makes the waves go in and out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
We are lots of water in our bodies. There has to be some kind of connection. And why do women's periods all come on at the same time when they are together. I mean, there are...
That's because of the Irish Troubles.
I just think there is
They don't. Right, firstly, the period thing has been proven to be absolute big load of baloney.
It's so not. It is so not baloney. You know, like now our periods are in sync.
Are they?
Yes.
No,
Yes.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are, sir.
I'm going to will it that it's not the case.
It's the truth. Honestly, when you spend a time with a certain woman for a certain amount of period, your periods will become in sync. It's the fact. It's like, and to say it's not is all just not true. It is true. You know yourself. Come on.
No, it's fine. No, I'm quite happy in this one just to sit back and let you dig your own holes.
I think it's true. But so the moon and the water.
I get that we're all connected. I like that kind of way of looking at things.
Yes.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I certainly don't think of God as some like big bearded dude in the sky like Santa Claus.
We are God.
So maybe I think like God is love and God is a power and God is all that kind of stuff. So I believe in connections, fine, but the zodiac is something else. Even Steve Wright doesn't do it on his show anymore. No, that's how bad it is. Oh. It's such generalisations, and people base their lives on this.
Oh, absolutely, and I don't believe any of it. I wouldn't believe something I read. And I do believe.
And when people go like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I react like that. It's because I'm a Scorpio." No, it's not. It's because you're a bitch. Like, don't blame your personality on some random nonsense.
Yeah, no, I know, because I know loads of Aquariuses that I'm not like.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
And it's just playing into. It's an enabler for stupidity.
Yeah, but I do still feel that. Oh, that's very patronising.
I know, that's why I said it. That's a funny line. I just said it. I just say stuff to be funny. I don't believe anything, really.
No.
I'm an empty vessel.
That's just... I think that needs to be the essence of this podcast. I don't really believe anything.
No, but I do like arguing. If somebody says something, I do tend to say the opposite just to wind them up.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah, you've noticed that.
Yeah. I just find it all really... I think the universe is far... is so much bigger than we know.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Hang on. I was thinking
Get to a point.
I don't really have a point in that. I just wonder if the stars do affect us in some kind of way. Like the way where stars are put in the sky. Like the teapot, the Seven Sisters.
Just gonna let you dig your hole.
I just wonder. I wonder.
No, the big star teapot in the sky, you're right. That's precisely what
are those three elephants new in your hat?
Yes, don't talk about stuff that the listeners can't see.
They will be. Oh no, they can't see because they're behind the camera.
Yes, those elephants are new.
Yeah,
from my sister for my birthday.
They're really nice. I really like those.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into this.
Oh.
But you always do that when I was going, uh-oh, steady.
Yes, what? Well, it's because
she's doing it.
Yeah, it sounds heavy.
We both believe in God.
Yeah.
Do you have a problem with religion? And do you think that's the proper way to express belief?
No, that's something I struggle with because my mum is a Christian and goes to church.
So in my family, yeah.
And me and my mum have quite interesting conversations. I love talking to mum about it.
Same here.
For her, going to church is really important.
Absolutely.
Every Sunday, I go take my daughter.
And I grew up in the church, and it was a beautiful environment to grow up in, the kind of the feel of family and that whole thing.
Yeah, for me, I just think
generally I have a problem with religion.
I think sometimes religion just feels a little bit limiting for me, like a little bit in a box. I think God is so expansive and vast, and huge, and it's beyond religion. But I do feel like the commandment, the 10 commandments, are quite good commandments to live by in some ways,
Thou shalt not kill. It's pretty important.
Yeah. Love thy neighbour.
Yeah.
Neighbour.
Do you want to say that again?
Love thy neighbour. Love thy neighbour. All those things.
This is the thing that I think Jesus was actually this big rebellious.
I like that you were waiting to get to your point. Oh yeah, no, I love that. Jesus was radical.
Jesus.
I love Jesus.
I do, and that's the point. In that he was this rebellious dude who hung out with prostitutes and completely turned the world on its head and said the last will be first and the first will be last,
and challenged the system all the way.
It's not about money. It's not about power. It's not about achievement. It's about loving each other. Just love each other. That's all he basically said. And I just think that sort of rebellious but loving message gets lost in religion sometimes.
And this is what I find so confusing. And when you have like someone like Trump using God or religion And you just think like Jesus would have just literally loved all the people that you want to keep out of America.
Exactly.
And I just think, or someone, not just Trump, but people like that. I just think like.
And I think there are more ways to God than through Christianity.
Oh yeah, and all and then we have to make it. Well, Christianity's right, so that makes Islam wrong. Well, I think they're just one of the, then that's not.
Yeah, I just think it's dangerous to be so cemented in one view and just to presume that the people who believe something else have just got it wrong.
But I do love religion. I do love it, and I love going to a religious event because there's always food.
Yeah.
And that is a joyous moment.
Which brings us back to potatoes. Do you think the universe is basically a big potato?
It is. I think God would like a roast potato. I think that God went,
I think Jesus would have liked mash.
Maybe that's why God just made the planet so he could go, I can have a roast potato.
Potatoes.
Oh, God. I can't think about it. I love that. I love the idea of God having roast potatoes.
Okay.
We did have a somewhat, do you know what I think there isn't much worse than?
What?
A hard potato.
A hard potato or undercooked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously undercooked.
Well, don't call it a hard potato.
Well, if you have a jacket potato, which my husband calls
like a really kind of violent streetwise potato.
Walking
really hard.
With his knife and fork like that, walking down the street. No, a hard potato.
Yeah.
Nothing worse.
No.
If they're sometimes like if I like a Thai curry, like a massaman curry, I have to say, can you make sure my potatoes are soft?
Do you? You say that? You specify that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nothing worse than a hard potato.
All right.
Not war.
Before we wrap up,
yeah.
I feel that we should note that your mum gave me a pull-along shopping trolley.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, which she found hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that. My mum
sweet.
rocks on so many levels.
Yeah, I just thought that was of note.
Yeah, she thought that it was good. It was
very sweet.
It was a good gift.
Except that I now have a shopping trolley.
But she did say you could donate it to charity.
I think we should give it away as a like a prize. Don't laugh that.
Yeah, for our butters.
Yeah, give us the nicest review and we'll send you a shopping trolley.
I'm sure they'll love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful moment.
As long as you don't live in America and it costs a lot to send.
I can send it.
Yeah?
I can do that.
All right.
I know people.
Give us a nice review this week and we'll send you a shopping trolley.
I'm quite gassy at the end of it.
Oh, stop.
Well, you said I'm quite gassy at the beginning of it, so it's quite good.
Have you noticed that the headphones are working? I fixed them. Do you know how I fixed them?
How did you fix them?
Turned it up.
What, you did that technical thing and turned the volume?
Down. I literally just hadn't turned the volume up. Yeah.
Oh, I believe you are.
See, anyone who's that stupid cannot possibly have any kind of, firm beliefs in world,
No, nothing
You've
we
got
say.
to keep things fairly fluid.
Fluid.
Keep
it fluid. I think that is another one, is keep it fluid. Enjoy your potatoes.
Yeah.
And apart from that, love each other.
Absolutely.
Be kind to each other.
Yeah.
That's
all right.
good.
Thanks, Guru Kirsty.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You have a beautiful week, people.
Have a fantastic week.
We love you.
See you next time.
We'll see. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye,
Take
love
care.
you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Kirsty and Rebecca will be back next week with a whole new round of this oddly captivating nonsense, so you may as well listen in.